systems for victims. On the ACC side, they are stripping it away. I say this bill is a sham. I say the minister will be accountable for it. It may be well-intentioned, but it will not help victims.
I call David Garrett.
Mr Chairman, I'm going to remove all doubt with Mr Cosgrove's polite inference that there are other parties with some scepticism, because I recall my first reading speech on this bill in which we expressed openly some doubts about this. And I think this has been a very informative debate, and it seems to me that with the sad exception of the Greens over there, everyone in the House is in favour of doing something for victims. The problem that everyone sees, not everyone, the problem that the Labor opposition see, and frankly that I see, and do have some scepticism about and concern about, is whether it will work and whether the administration costs will soak up the levy. It's occurred to me tonight, rather late in the piece, a way that would, in my view, solve that, but this is not the time to attempt to do it. But Mr Cosgrove's speech, I think it's well known in the House that he and I don't always see eye to eye. That would be an understatement. But Mr Cosgrove's speech, I think, was a very good one. And if we find ourselves next year in the position where this levy hasn't been collectible, where it does need to be topped up with something else, then I will be looking to support an amendment to make it work. To me, there's one very simple and obvious one, and it is this. When an offender is bailed in our courts, they go downstairs to the cells while the bail bond is drawn up, and they don't walk out the door until the bail bond has been signed. Now, it seems to me that we could do this very simply with this levy. An offender who is convicted, sent downstairs and told that when your mum or your girlfriend or your scumbo mate comes up with $50, you'll go, and then you'll start your community service or negotiate with the registrar over the fine or whatever. Collection costs virtually nil. Sorry? Yes, perhaps so. So I'm giving I'm giving notice, Mr Speaker, that I'll be following, and the ACT Party will be carefully following whether this works, and if it doesn't, then I don't think I'll be needing to support Mr Cosgrove. It may well come from us, an initiative to pass an amendment which, of the nature I've just described, everyone can come up with $50, Mr Speaker. For the idiots who smoke cigarettes, it's 3 packets of fags, and they'll all have access to $50. So if it doesn't work, and if the dire predictions of Mr Cosgrove come true, then we will be looking to support an amendment to make it work. Thank you.
I call the Honourable Leanne Dalzell.
Clayton Cosgrove, I think, has made some very good points about the nature of the title of this bill.